Arthur had worked with wood his entire life. His hands, gnarled like old oak branches, had built countless homes, each swing of his hammer a testament to his dedication. But time, a relentless sculptor, had begun to whisper of rest. Arthur decided to retire. He longed to spend his days with his wife, tending their garden, watching sunsets. He informed his employer, a man named John, who had become more of a friend over the years. John understood. He knew the value of hard work and the even greater value of family. "You've earned your rest," Arthur John said, his voice full of respect. Arthur felt a pang of sadness, but it was overshadowed by the excitement of a new chapter. A few days later, John approached Arthur. "There's a favor I need to ask," John said, his voice unusually hesitant. Arthur, ever the helpful soul, agreed to listen. John explained he needed one last house built, a small project, he assured. Arthur hesitated. He had envisioned leisurely mornings and peaceful evenings, but John's voice held a note of pleading, and Arthur found himself agreeing. One last masterpiece, he thought, convincing himself it was a good idea. He agreed to start the next week. There was a time when the prospect of a new project would have ignited a fire in him. Now he felt a strange weariness. He pushed the feeling aside, determined to fulfill his promise to John. The wood Arthur chose for this project was not his usual quality. His tools, normally gleaming, remained dull. He worked quickly, his heart not in it. "It's just a small house," he reasoned with himself. "It doesn't need my best." He cut corners, ignoring the imperfections that once would have bothered him. He told himself it didn't matter. He was retired. He had earned the right to relax. What he didn't realize was that he was sacrificing his pride. He finished the house in record time. It stood complete, but it lacked the heart, the soul that Arthur usually poured into his work. He handed the key to John, avoiding his old friend's eyes. John smiled, a twinkle in his eye. He placed a hand on Arthur's shoulder. "Come with me, my friend," he said, leading him towards the newly built house. Arthur followed, a knot of unease forming in his stomach. As they approached the house, Arthur saw his family gathered in the front yard. His wife ran towards him, tears in her eyes. "It's yours, Arthur," John said, his voice thick with emotion. The world seemed to stop. Arthur couldn't speak, his eyes welled up. He looked at the house, seeing it with new eyes. He saw the shoddy work, the cheap materials. This wasn't just any house, this was his legacy, and he had tarnished it. Shame washed over him. He had spent a lifetime building masterpieces, and in his final act, he had betrayed his own values. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.